everyone. I'm going to discuss a little bit about my action research project and the plans that I have for it. First of all, the problem that I'm focusing on is based around the fact that my students in my class aren't interested in independent reading. I pull a reading group every morning for a half an hour, and the rest of the class is instructed to read independently from books of their choice. What I observe during that half hour is not independent reading. Children are constantly at the bookshelf looking for new books because they say that they are not interested in the ones that they are reading. When I ask students about the books they're reading, they have a hard time answering the questions. I want my students to be actively engaged in quality literature during this 30-minute block of time. I want them to look forward to this time spent reading instead of just watching the clock. I am going forward with my plan to help students gain motivation to read independently. Using technology is something that I feel will help me attain this goal. The students in my class are thrilled when we visit the computer lab or I hook up the projector to my classroom computer. We visit the website BrainPop on a weekly basis, so when they see me pull out the projector, they become very excited. To start off Cycle 1, I had each student in my class take a pre-reading survey about their independent reading. From the survey, I was able to tell that most students enjoyed reading fiction the most, and that none of the students had read the book Shiloh, which was the book I was planning to use for the project. After taking the survey, I introduced my students to the blog page on kidsblog.com. They practiced navigating the site and posted a response to one of the blog questions. To continue with Cycle 1, I plan to start reading the book this week. We will read 2 chapters a day, 2 times a week. On the off days, students will respond to response questions in their reading response notebooks, and one day a week we will visit the computer lab where they will write a response on the blog. Students also have access to the Shiloh website that I created on iWeb. This page has a lot of activities that they can explore to learn more about the author in the book. During the next few weeks, I will be collecting data from my students' reader response notebooks, blogs, and student interviews and anecdotal notes. I will compile my data from the reader response notebook and blog responses on Excel to compare their scores.